So today's homework is page 116, question 6, all right? So it's the garden bench, all right? So this is kind of the only complicated area up here because people can get confused in what way and what order we might have to kind of approach this. We just have to be careful when reading the question, all right? The curves AB, which is AB, and BC are semi-parabolas. So therefore, if they lay it out at AB and BC, that means they are two separate parabolas, okay? And their vertices are at A and C. So this is the vertices, A and C, all right? We are used to having our square up here, the box for the whole lot of our parabola, and having our vertices at the top, and it's one nice sweep around, okay? But we have vertices at the other side this time, all right? Spacings then they're telling us for the chair rails at the back, they're 5 millimeters, all right? So this is all fine. This is just horizontal vertical lines. This is where things can get mixed up, okay? So page 116, question 6, we are looking at the parabola, all right? Now, first thing you're going to do is work on the parabola itself, all right? Overall, the overall width of this, all right? So it's 10 either side and 110 in the middle. So that means it is 130 across, all right? Split that to get your half as well, which is 65. Now, I'm going to drop these down. Now I'll heavy them up a little bit for the camera in 1 second. And the depth of the box here, we need to measure down 100, okay? From here, we're going to step back 100 millimeters. And we'll close that off. So this is the box for our parabolas. I'm just going to heavy that a little bit more just for the camera. Okay? Got my box created there, labeling it there. A, B, C. A, this is the vertex. C, vertex. All right. Now, we'll go straight into this. We need to do divisions of a line, okay, to get the segments in the box. As I said, the tip that'll always make this work for you, and you'll never get it wrong, always take one, when you're doing division of a line, always take one of the lines to come out from the vertex. That means you'll never make mistakes after that. So, out from the vertex. All right. Get your compass. Step it out 4 times. All right. We're going to go sliding set squares. And we're going to take the last arc you made to the end of that line that we're dividing. So slide nice and easy there. Again, keep everything nice and light. Alright, because we want our construction lines to be there, but not to be seen in the same strength as our main image. Alright, so there's our line divided up. We're going to go the same from B. Make a line out at any angle. Get your compass, set it to any distance. Step it out the same amount of times, which is 4. Alright, sliding set squares again. There's our line here, in the line. Alright, there's my division of the top line. Now, the reason I always tell you to take one from the vertex, because there's always one set of divisions have to be joined back to the vertex. And because we split this line, we can't actually join these back to the vertex. They can't physically go back, but the opposite ones can. So that's why you'll never get it wrong on which ones. Once obviously you have the vertex labeled, you'll never go wrong from there. So these will all go back to the vertex. This here is the axis, and all of our opposite lines, they go parallel to the axis. So we're actually going to bring these the whole way across into the second box, because we'll need them in a minute as well. Now, first with the first, second with the second, third with the third, and we're finishing there. Alright, remember, it's coming as a curve, so we're getting that sweeping motion around, and it's finishing as a point down here. Sweeping motion around, and it's going to a point there. Okay, so again, taking that sweeping motion. If you do it light, first of all, at least if it goes wrong, you can just tap it with a rubber to get rid of it, and then you can go back over to heavy it up. Alright, now, we could, if we wanted, repeat the process over here with the divisions of a line. You don't have to. This is a mirrored image. I've already taken my horizontals across, which is the same height as each point on our parabola AB. Now we're just going to use this as our mirror line or our axis line, and we're going to flip the points over. Okay, move it to each line. Again, mirrored image, so it's just flipping over. Alright, there's our points. Same again now, it's going from a point to a curve. It's going to curve up and around back to a point, alright? And if you want to do it light, I'll do it light to show you. If you want to do it light at the start, see you're happy, then you can go back over it again. Oops, slip that. You can go back over it again and heavy it back up, okay? Now, that is your parabola AB and your parabola BC, all right? That's why the vertex is here. It goes into a more rounded portion, where at the end, which is the vertex, it goes to a point, all right? Now we can fill in the rest of our details here, okay? So, you're going to have to, I'll take over the image there for a second. So there's no measurement here, so you're going to have to add these together, and it tells you here they're 5mm spacing, so you need to add these up to figure how much there is. Okay, that's actually nice and even. It's a 10 spacing, so that means 10 times 5 is 50. So it's going to be 50mm, space of 10, 50mm again, okay? So we dropped our two sides here. On my side, my right hand side, I'm going to go my 50, space of 10, and 50 again. Alright, lightly bring the bottom of that stool across, and we'll take the two middle lines light across. Nearly there now. This is the kind of the quicker portion of it all. The legs, there's a little width to these legs, alright? That is, they are 10mm wide, and they are solid. Okay, so they're going to be solid right up to here. Okay, that there. Maybe my middle rail, or the seat, I should say, and bottom of the two legs. Now we're not out of the woods just yet. Final bit of detail is put in these little excuse me, back supports here that are 5mm apart. Alright, so just down one of the sides there, we're going to put a dot every 5mm. And I'm going to pop them in heavy across. Remember, these are just the back supports now, so they're just going between the two uprights, the two, say, legs. That's it. Alright, that is your question then. That is page 116, and it is question 6, alright? Just again, last thing to say, just be careful on this and always label where vertex is, so you know which one goes to the vertex. You'll never go wrong after that. Okay.